Hello, it's Lindsay Sneller from 4 Weeks Fit and the Plant Based Power Couple, and today I would like to talk to you about the scale. So, this seems to be something that I have so many conversations about. And about this time in the journey is when people, if you haven't stepped on the scale yet, you are itching to step on the scale. Most people come to me for some sort of weight loss journey or weight gain, even. And that tends to be a really big metric of measurement in our success or failure. And so I really like to address this topic and just kind of clear the air about it. So here's my feelings about the scale. I actually really dislike the scale. To be honest, I only get on a scale one time every 16 weeks. That's it. And that's only because through Isagenix, the company that I work with, I participate in a 16-week body transformation challenge, and I have to submit measurements and weight for that. That's the only time I ever step on the scale, period. I don't look at it any other time because I just feel like the scale can be such something that can really, really derail so many people. It can paint a picture that people are failing when they're really not. We have to remember that what we're doing right now is we're really just trying to achieve optimal health. And if weight loss is something that we're seeking, weight loss is just a side effect of obtaining optimal health. It's just something that happens along that journey. And our bodies will only really release weight unless if they need to release weight. And if they don't need to release weight, they won't. But I think what can tend to happen is we can get so focused on that one thing, that number on the scale, that we can totally disregard other things or not even notice or really even pay attention to a lot of other changes, that really positive changes that could be happening within our bodies, because we're just so disappointed because of that one thing. If we don't see that scale budging, we tend to think this isn't working, nothing's happening, I'm gonna quit. And I have literally seen so many people quit because of it, even though a lot of wonderful things might be happening. You know, that number on that scale, just realize this, the number on the scale, it is not going to tell you that your health is improving. There's no way that can really tell you that. It's just a number. It is not going to tell you that you're sleeping better. It is not going to tell you that you wake up feeling rested in the morning. It is not going to tell you that your clothes are fitting better and that you're feeling more confident in your clothes. It is not going to tell you that you have more energy throughout the day. It is not going to tell you that you maybe are working out for the first time ever, or working out more, or being able to push harder, run farther, lift more, exercise harder and longer than you were before. It's not going to tell you that fitness that might be happening in your life. A scale's not going to tell you that maybe your skin is glowing and looking better, or that your hair or your nails seem to be growing faster and being stronger. A scale can't tell you all of those things that are happening, but those things might be very, very awesome things that are happening, and we tend to overlook that simply because we're focused on that one number on the scale. So what I like to advise people on is, if you can, just get rid of it for now. Just focus on you, focus on how you feel, focus on, your little habits that you're changing day in and day out. Focus on that instead of that number. And, maybe when 30 days comes, maybe then you step on it if you absolutely feel like you have to. But I really don't feel like the scale is a very accurate measurement of what could be going on in your body anyways. A lot of what we're doing, the things that we're putting into our body, is really setting us up for ridding our body of fat and building muscle. And, when you do that, muscle it does take up less volume on your body than fat. But if you are exchanging 5 pounds of fat for 5 pounds of muscle, that scale isn't going to change at all. You're going to weigh exactly the same. So if you were only looking at the scale, you would think that nothing changed, that you had failed. But 5 pounds of muscle is going to take up a lot less space and volume in your body. Therefore, you're going to feel better. Your clothes are going to fit better. You're going to probably look better. You're going to look leaner. You're going to have more muscle tone. All of those things could be happening, and you're just paying attention to that one number on that scale. So this is something that I just think is so important to address, and know that, yes, it is a measure. It is just one measure, though. So if you are someone that has already stepped on the scale, if you are someone that feels like nothing's happening because that scale isn't budging, I encourage you to really pay attention. Take note. Are there other changes, positive changes that are happening? Sometimes it can take our bodies healing before they really want to release weight, and other really positive changes might happen first before our body really releases that weight. So just know, just because you haven't released weight does not mean that you're failing. It doesn't mean that what you're doing isn't working, that it's not benefiting your body in a positive way. It just means that that one thing isn't happening. And, we don't need to quit something just because one thing isn't happening. That would be like saying I want to run a race, and even though you're increasing your distance and you're feeling better during your runs, just because you haven't sped up your time, that your training isn't working. It's working. You just haven't gotten there yet. So same thing, like maybe you just haven't gotten to the part where you're actually releasing weight yet. The other thing that I can see the scale doing a lot is almost working in the opposite direction. People can sabotage because they've gotten results. So they can get on that scale and be like, oh, I lost 5 pounds this week. I can splurge. And then they start, those habits that weren't serving them start sneaking back in, kind of without them even knowing it, because they're like, I lost 5 pounds. And they kind of fall off the wagon a little bit because, they did achieve some results. So I just feel like that stinking scale can be such a derailer in so many different ways, or it can do the opposite too. We can step on it and we can be like, this isn't working, I'm just going to quit because it hasn't changed, when maybe a lot of other really positive things have been happening. So really just pay attention to all of the changes that might be happening in your body. We've been talking a lot about mindset. Maybe it's just you're having a much more positive mindset throughout the day, and you're feeling better about yourself, and having more confidence and more self-love. That is huge. If that is happening, celebrate that. If any of the other changes that I listed, if you're feeling better, if you're having more energy, if you don't have to take a nap throughout the day, if you're drinking less caffeine because you don't need it anymore, because you're naturally feeling energized, if you're just less, one of the things that I noticed really early on in my health journey is I was less testy, I like to call it. Like I was more patient, and I wasn't as quick to react to things. Like I just had more patience because I felt better. I wasn't as easily irritated. That's a huge something to celebrate. There might be a lot of little things that are happening. So pay attention to those, celebrate them. Those are all really positive, amazing things, and don't get so hung up on that number on the scale. If you have questions, if you are struggling at all, if you have concerns, please reach out. We are here to help and support you in any way that you need.